My name is Christophe Gelmisch. I'm the General Manager of TTK Middle East. So TTK is a water fuel leak detection manufacturer. So we manufacture liquid leak detection system to protect technical critical environment from the risk of liquid leak consequences. So the company headquarters is based in Paris, France. We have a R&D team in Paris, and the manufacturing plant is also in the Paris suburb. So today TTK is located worldwide, and in the Middle East I opened the branch here in 2006, and we working with and partnering with SIBCA since 2006, as they are technically endorsed to install, test, commission and also maintain TTK technology in UAE and beyond. So the application for the leak detection system, as I said before, we're protecting technical environment. The technical environment starts from lift pit to server room to technical room to chilled water pipe, and also we have industrial applications. So we have all type of system to protect different type of environment. So the components are very straightforward, very simple. We have a control panel. The control panel will be located usually at the control room, BMS or SCADA environment, and then we will distribute the sense cable or the probe according to the protected area that we need to secure. This is our master control panel. You have two examples. We have a control panel wall mounted and rack mounted. So the certification, we discussed about certification this morning. So these are all the certification that we have on TTK components. And we have now, since 2017, we offer 10 years manufacturer warranty. And that's been very successful here, especially in the UAE, because we have not only a proven track record, but also we have this warranty in place. We opened the US as well a couple of years ago, and hence we are FM approved. So as I mentioned before, the components are very straightforward. You have a control panel, and then you will have a sense cable. So we have different type of sense cable to detect various type of liquid. So you will see the blue color type of cable to detect conductive liquid, to detect water. So this water sense cable is purely for indoor environment. So we protect, for example, here with SIBCA, we protecting hyperscale data center. We protected the Razna data center in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So we were equipping from the generator room. We were protecting from the under raised floor, chilled water pipe as well, because we have a cut to length sensing cable that goes and equipping at 6 o'clock the chilled water pipe. So we go in kilometers. So various type of control panel according to the environment. We have a standalone plug and play system. Recently we just took one project for ADNOC to protect. They have containers with standalone system, one standalone panel with a tailor-made length of 30 meters to protect the container. They have a cooling system, and we install the sense cable there. That's the overview of the system itself. Control panel. So if you take an high-rise building, for example, as I said, the control panel will be located directly at the control room, BMS room, but it can be located anywhere because we are interfacing the system with any type of building management system. From the control panel, you will have touch screen and all the features that are normal and current nowadays. The control panel is the only point of power supply. The rest will be distributed on the cable and on the probe itself. We have direct connection from control panel to the sense cable to the first protected area. We're using communication cable, or we can go wireless. We work for telecommunication operator throughout the Middle East and Africa. But if we take an example in Saudi, for example, we're equipping all STC. We have a landing station. We have point of presence station as well, where we have a device. The device is located directly at the facilities, and it can be remotely monitored at the central point of command in Riyadh. So the control panel can monitor all type of sensing cable, water, fuel, and we have acid. Acid just represents 5% of the sale. We're putting the sense cable for acid, mainly for the battery room. All right, that's what I just explained before. So the sense cable, and that's the main benefit of TTK. As a manufacturer, we're manufacturing an addressable digital leak detection system. What does it mean? Each cable has an electronic embedded. It's unique. You will not find anywhere else. So this sensing cable having an electronic gives an address to this specific sensing cable. So you can name the cable according to its location, then map the as-built directly online or through the device, the control panel, as we said before, where you will have the animated schematic of your protected area. So the system is plug and play. You can see male, female connector. It's one cable after another. Okay? If you want to jump from one location to another, you will use communication cable, or you can go also wireless. For example, you will have an high-rise building. If you take ADNOC HQ in Corniche, you will have a control panel at the BMS. You will have certain sense cable equipping some of the critical environment. You don't need to use communication cable. You can just go wireless. We connect it through satellite device. We have through the IP, and then you connect on the floor that's required to be protected. Water acid sense cable purely for indoor application. The fuel, and this is what we've been successful as well here, the fuel sense cable is for both indoor, outdoor. Indoor, generator room. Outdoor, we're protecting diesel distribution pipe. But here we did, for example, the Abu Dhabi airport, or recently we just commissioned presidential flight. We had 1 kilometer of sense cable fuel along the Jet A1 distribution. So it's ATEX certified not only on the cable, but also on the control panel itself. That's what I guess SIBCA and Mr. Ibrahim Larry decided to choose TTK as his preferred leak detection system. And we want to thank you for that. By the way, you were not here at the beginning of the presentation, but you know the system very well. So the system requires zero maintenance. In fact, the system, once installed, it runs by itself. The system it's a very binary system. Detect, locate the leak, detect, locate, cable break. If the cable is not operating, it will tell you, send you a signal that this cable is not operating. So maintenance free in a sense. It can be in dusty environment. It can be in high percentage of humidity. It will not send false alarm to the system itself. And this is what we mentioned about the benefit itself. Okay, so instant response time. Water will be detected within a few seconds. So it will tell you exactly which cable to the nearest meter to the point, which area is on alarm. So you can address the issue immediately. You acknowledge the leak. You go and repair the leak. False alarm, that's what I mentioned before. Dust resistant, condensation doesn't react to any humidity. Metal resistance, we're equipping high voltage environment as well. Doesn't send false alarm. Smart cable, because we call it intelligent cable, because we have this patented electronic embedded on each cable. Would it be on the water, also on the fuel? High visibility LED, yes, when you go on the race floor, you will see immediately which cable is blinking, and you can address immediately the issue. So that's what we mentioned. Bon, we have competitors, obviously, but the way the cable is being built for others is different from ours, obviously. That's the benefit of using us, especially on the communication level. Usually, people, they have false alarm on the existing leak detection system, because of the way the cable is manufactured. You will have a communication cable embedded on the out core, or TTK is within the core of the cable. So it does prevent to have the false alarm itself. This is what I just explained before. You will see on the main system that we are comparing TTK with. All right. Bon, this is what we discussed before. This is the sense cable itself, race floor, under race floor, directly exposed. We're equipping also high-level environment. I mentioned about the chilled water pipe. At the moment, hyperscale data center, and that's why we do a lot of seminar with consultants. So you will see now in the consultant specification that leak detection is part also of a project requirement. So for the data center here, we will have a leak detection mentioned in large scale, and they will mention addressable, reusable feature. Why? Because the fuel sense cable by TTK is also reusable. That's the only fuel sense cable on the market that is reusable, not once, not twice, but as many times as required. Why it is also a benefit? Because in real condition, and that's why we're retrofitting existing system, is because the client can do the leak in real condition. You have a leak, you will pull out the cable, you clean the leak, you repair the leak, you clean your cable, reinstall the cable. That's what we mentioned about the maintenance free. Our business, the business we are in, is not into changing the sense cable or sense cable, because it's the sense cable have a life cycle of minimum 20 years. The first cable that we installed here was in 2005 in ADCB HQ in Abu Dhabi. It's still up and running. Our business is more into protecting additional area. For ADCB, about 2 years ago, we had to protect other area. We don't need to change anything. We're just adding cable to the control panel, because the master control panel can monitor 10 kilometers of sense cable. Okay, that's what I mentioned now on the component itself. About the features of the fuel sense cable and the probe, it's you don't need to replace the sense cable when it's detecting the fuel itself, because it's reusable. All right, reusable features, selective detection. We can detect, depending on the type of liquid, the accurate location because of the electronic chip embedded. So if you have hundreds of cable on the same control panel, you can detect as many leaks than cable simultaneously. You don't need to address a leak to be able to detect another leak. Okay, so this just the whole leak detection system as a single line diagram if you prefer. Okay. So just to sum up on the control panel itself. The control panel, power supply at control panel only. Fully addressable, you can name the sense cable according to their location and map the as-built either directly at the control panel or through the BMS system itself. Touchscreen, everybody has touchscreen. Integrating monitoring software, we have developed for the past 5 years software called TTK Web that gives you access remotely to the protected area. And this is what we're doing at the moment. We have ADIA, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. We equipped the entire building 13 years ago, both water and fuel. 80% is water, sorry. And then we have this software the client was interested in. Why? Because they can have the as-built and they can also directly interact with the system itself. If they change some cable, they want to add some cable, the system will detect immediately per default. We don't have to intervene. And the benefit of a software is to be able, because it's IP related, you can check wherever you have TTK system installed, you can check whatever is happening. ADIA, they have one building in Corniche, but they have also one in Musafar. They can check whatever is happening in Musafar. For telecom operator, it's way better, this option, because they can actually intervene to any site they may have, with people or without people. Obviously, you receive, when you have a leak alarm or cable break alarm, you will receive a notification, email, directly on your mobile. So the control panel, as we mentioned, have up to 5,000 events on the history log. And the history log will give you very much detailed information from the moment you had a leak, the moment someone acknowledged the leak, and someone cleaned the leak. So you can use this to report, to pull out a report that gives you tracking details about the history, and using this as a maintenance tool. Well, this is what I just explained before as a standalone panel. So this is the flagship panel, control panel by TTK to monitor up to 10 kilometers of sense cable. We have a smaller version for smaller environment where the client just wants this area, and this is what we do at the moment for this container. It's just one control panel standalone with one circuit to monitor a small environment, and there will be no other expansion plan on this specific area. I was explaining about the mapping. Usually what we do as a specialist, we provide with shop drawing, schematic about the protected area, so the client can see exactly what he will have. Our team with SIBCA, people which are technically trained, the SIBCA team will do the installation. As a manufacturer, we do the testing and commissioning because we provide the 10 years manufacturer warranty based on the successful testing and commissioning. So we are together, SIBCA, TTK, with the client, and it's reassuring for all parties. Okay, these are some of the reference we have worldwide, but here we have equipped thousands of premises in the Middle East and Africa region since we've been here since 2006. So I take this opportunity because Mr. Ibrahim Lari is here to thank him for his leadership, and we want to thank also his technical and sales team, and also the team, the marketing team that have put this event together today. So thank you very much. You can find us here if you have any questions. We are in Dubai and we are in Abu Dhabi through SIBCA. So thank you very much.